Hey, what's up with y'all? It's your girl Sunshine the OG. Good morning. I'm here. I want to say shout out to the Most High God, first of all. Second of all, I want to say shout out to my supporters. You guys have been tremendous. Thank you all. I do have 3 fellow subscribers I want to shout out. Thank you all from supporting the channel. Shout out to Miss Camilla Hancock. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, baby, for your $20 donation. Thank you to Mr. Emmanuel Mendez for your $20 donation. And thank you, Miss Kiara. Kiara, baby. Thank you, Shorty, for your $2 donation. Everything counts. Everything matters. Everything. I'm grateful for everything. Thank you all overall. Real talk. With that being said, I want to tell you all I am so grateful to be here this morning so I could actually inform you all on what's been transpiring with this whole Takeoff situation. Now, y'all know I don't like to cut no corners. I don't like to wait. I'm going to go ahead and jump head on in. With that being said, now what we're seeing with Takeoff case, Quavo and his cousin, the alleged shooter, Migo Bandz, what we're witnessing, y'all, is going to be basically an open shut case. Okay, if you guys are familiar with proper crimes, and if y'all are familiar with crimes and the penalties to the crimes, you're going to understand where I'm going with this, okay? With that being said, if y'all are familiar with proper gun training, you're going to understand where I'm going with this. I say all that to say this. The little cousin, Migo Bandz, whoever the fuck he is, because I didn't know Takeoff was actually Quavo's nephew. I thought they were brothers. Thanks to my subscribers. I love you all tremendously. Thank y'all for informing me. And I don't have a problem with being informed about correct information. I want you all to inform me. Thank you all. Just be respectful, as always, because I'm always be respectful back. You be nasty with me, baby, I'm going to get nasty back. With that being said, carry on. So, the cousin, he decided to go ahead. Now, mind you all, they're in a public setting. You guys have to understand, if you all are going to decide to discharge any type of weapon, any type of, first of all, quote unquote, deadly force, if you're going to decide to release any type of deadly force where there are civilians within feet, you're going to be held responsible for any injuries held to those civilians. So with Takeoff being killed by Migo Bandz gun, the bullet from Migo Bandz gun, he decided to discharge his firearm without having a clear shot. And this all goes back to proper gun training, okay? He decided to discharge his firearm knowing that he did not have a clear shot. He didn't. And that caused his fellow mate, Takeoff, to get hit, okay, by his discharge of his firearm. Now, if you all not familiar with this, y'all not familiar with all this information, y'all not familiar with crime and penalties, let me inform y'all. He's probably looking at, if I'm not mistaken, 2nd-degree murder. Why? Because, like I said, first of all, he released a deadly weapon. He released his firearm around civilians in a public setting. He was not thinking. We didn't see him upset and enraged, but we did see that he was not thinking, okay? And we did see that he had the gun in his hand by his side the whole time in the video. This is on video, okay? Even the news anchors discovered this. This shit was right before our eyes, okay? And not only that, you have multiple witnesses. With that being said, you all, me, myself, I know this myself because I am currently receiving proper gun training because, like I mentioned before, yeah, I don't got no convictions of felonies. I'm going to get my shit like a dog. Yes, so like I stated, oh, that's the wrong note. Let me get the right one. Give me a second right quick, you all. like I stated, you all, you know, the second-degree murder penalty carries life in prison. Let's state that. And normally the details are from the alleged suspect are their irrational thinking, no thinking, enraged. These are normal details are of that individual. And in this case of Migo Bandz, we could all see that this motherfucker wasn't thinking at all. Because had he been thinking, he would have seen that I don't have a clear shot. I have multiple people surrounding me. I don't have a clear shot. I can't discharge my firearm. If I do, someone's possibly to get hit. And I'm going to be held accountable for that person. That's what took place, you all. That's what took place. This is going to be an open and shut case. The young lady, Ashley, shout out to Storm Monroe. And I want to share this with you all. If y'all didn't know, I did went on ahead the same day this information was released. I did went on ahead and shared all this information that transpired with Takeoff over on my community posts. I personally advise all my subscribers to go on my channel. Once you go over my channel, you're going to see the community button tab at the top. You click the community button, and there you're going to see all the posts that I normally post regarding each topic I'm discussing, okay? And here you're going to see that I actually uploaded the actual video of the situation that transpired with Quavo and Mob Ties. We're not going to cut no corners over here. We're going to call a spade a fucking spade. Stop playing. Because this is who we're all involved. We're going to get to that. And you're going to see the actual video of everything that transpired between the argument with Quavo and a man in all green who's with Mob Ties. He have on a green sweatshirt, green sweatpants, and a white hat with dreadlocks. This is the same motherfucker who was holding Takeoff's head, okay? As Takeoff was laying on the ground, dead, bleeding out the top of his head. This motherfucker had the audacity, had the nerve, and I felt some type of way about it, to actually hold the top of Takeoff's head where he was bleeding out of, and he patting it. Like, what the fuck was that gonna do, bitch? That ain't gonna stop the bleeding, bitch. It ain't like your hand was a thick cloth that could stop and compress the bleeding. No, you didn't think to do that, bitch. I honestly felt like you was mocking that man. That's what you was doing, because you went from, even though you didn't shoot him, you went from arguing with Quavo, fighting with Quavo, because you the individual Quavo snuck. Yes, I seen the squabble. I watched the video over 10 times. I will advise my subscribers to go to my community posts. Look at the video so you all could get your own conclusion. I watched the fucking video in slow motion over 10 times so I could hear exactly what was said, okay? Quavo had a disagreement with that young man, all green. And while he was talking the whole time, Migo Bandz was standing right there with the fucking gun cocked in his hand with his finger on the trigger. That's why it was so quick. That's why he shot so quick and let off them shots so quick after Quavo swung on dude. Because he already had that bitch on in his hand. Like this. You heard me? Cocked and ready, bitch. When you ready, you don't gotta get ready. And Migo Bandz was ready. You heard me? And he crashed out. Real talk. He crashed out. But like I stated in my first video, Mob Ties and Quavo, the guy who was with Mob Ties and the guy who was with Quavo, like they had an argument, period. Yeah, they had an argument. But that still don't shed light from the situation that Migo Bandz is going to be the individual that's going to go down for this situation. And we all know that this was a ritual blood sacrifice done by Quavo, but Migo Bandz is the fall guy. There's always a fall guy. And there's always a distraction. Just think about it. There's always a distraction. Always. There's always going to be a distraction. Nipsey Hussle got killed. He was talking to his dudes in a huddle. Next thing you know, the nigga, whatever his name, Eric, he walk up, try to whoop-de-whoop, hold a little conversation, bam, distract him, throw him off track, go on a pizza joint, the hamburger place, order him something to eat, bam, come back out, get in the heat of another heated argument. Pay attention. Another heated argument, and Nip end up dead. It's 2022, dog. I said this when my little partner got killed in March. Rest in peace, Corey. It's too late in the game to be arguing with niggas, dog. What you go argue with a nigga for? It's 2022. You go argue with niggas? Man, let them niggas have that. Whatever it is, let them niggas have that and move on. Live to see another day. You did? Straight like that. But these youngsters don't get it. They don't understand that the main goal is to live. To survive. You did? To live. They don't understand that that's the main goal. They think fucking bitches getting money, that's the main. No. Living, being happy, and having peace with yourself. That's the main goal. That's the joy in life. Having peace, happiness, joy, and being able to spread that love, joy, happiness, peace with others. That's the main goal. Not that fuck shit y'all on. You go argue with a nigga. That's just how King Von got killed. Keep it real. Let's call a spade over here. You go argue with a nigga. Try to fight a nigga. Niggas not fighting down here, boy. I told y'all this when King Von got smoked. Niggas down here in the South, we don't fight. Bitches fight. Niggas don't fight. Niggas not about to fight you. Nigga go pick up a gat, straight up. Nigga go pick up that burner and smoke you, straight like that. 1 minute you're here, the next minute you're not. Oh well, somebody else's problem. Y'all gotta stop trying to argue with niggas, Quavo. Stop arguing with niggas and stop trying to fight niggas. Let them niggas have that. Let them boys have that. Moving on, carrying on. You got that, partner. All right, you got that. You got that. I'm gonna let you have that one. You got that one. Catch that boy on the next trip. You feel me? Not in no public setting where there's plenty of people. One bad decision. You know? This reminded me of so many individuals. When this happened with Takeoff, and then Takeoff not even the one who was shooting dice. He's not even the individual that was arguing. We seen the video. A motherfucker don't gotta tell you, oh, Takeoff was quiet, laid back in the cut. We seen that for ourselves. Takeoff was trying to get out the fucking way. That young man was that baby was trying to get out the way. He was trying to get out the way. He wasn't in the way, like Migo Bandz said. He was trying to get out the way. And y'all had him the main target the whole time. Just think about it. And this still don't, just because the cousin is the shooter, that still don't take the blood off Quavo's hands. Because like I said, as much as he tried to make it seem like he tried to de-escalate the situation, excuse my language. Y'all know I'm from the city. I talk with this country accent. Baby, I can't help it. As much as he called this out trying to de-escalate the situation, that shit wasn't de-escalating it. Bitch, you walking off and not saying a word was de-escalating, bitch. That's what de-escalating is. You heard me? You still talking this high shit, mumbling, saying, Man, let me go ahead before I do something. Before you do what? Fuck before you do it. Go ahead and do it. Nigga, what you waiting on? Nigga not gonna let you make threats like that at them. And that's what took place. Y'all gotta stop being stupid. And let me share this. I'm reporting this. The copyright is down below in the description bar. All this is for reporting purposes and news reporting purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Okay? I don't even have to say everything's allegedly, because everything is facts and common sense at this point. Y'all be sure to go to my community board and check out all the posts that I've dropped regarding Takeoff's demise. This shit is common sense. Had Quavo made a better that's why this shit falls back on him. That's why he looked like he just handed Takeoff over. Just think about it. Bitch, why would you still shoot your cousin? Takeoff is now Migo Bandz cousin also. If he's Quavo cousin, that's Migo Bandz cousin also. Why would you shoot knowing your cousin right there, bitch? Unless you was intentionally trying to hit your cousin. Now, this goes back. Listen, y'all. I'm dropping some key bombs. Y'all be sure to hit my CashApp. So show some fucking love to your girl. Because your girl showing love. You hear me? It's all love over here. Now, this goes back to proper gun training. This goes back to discharging firearm. But most importantly, this is going to decide whether Takeoff was shot intentionally or by accident. And this is all going to be determined by the CSI, of course. They're going to determine whether he was shot intentionally or by accident. Now, because, mind you, y'all are feet away. This is just a prime example. Joe McKnight, football player from down here in New Orleans. He was shot in a road rage incident. White guy, Gassner. He tried to say that he was sitting in his car, Joe McKnight. He had his passenger's window was down. He was sitting in his car. Joe McKnight cut him off. Joe McKnight exited his car, and came over to his passenger car door, leaned his head. Joe McKnight leaned his head into his car, and he shot Joe McKnight 3 times in the head. Now listen, you all. Just listen. No matter how much they tried to make this a race incident, Gassner tried to say that Joe McKnight stuck his head into his car. Now, if a person is in your home, in your property, on your property, or in your car, frontal, in your home, frontal, face you, you could shoot that person and kill that person, and you won't be held accountable for that murder. That'll be an open shut case. However, that's what Gassner was claiming. But when CSI did their investigation, this was one of the key elements Gassner forgot about. Guns always leave off. Y'all be sure to drop your girl. Hit my CashApp up, because I'm showing love and giving y'all some valuable information. Guns always give off gunpowder residue. I forgot what they call the term. Estic something. Gunpowder residue. And if Gassner said Joe McKnight's head was in his car that close, like he said Joe McKnight was, right? Gassner will have gunpowder residue all over him, right? And so would Joe McKnight too, right? Okay. So when the CSI analysts did their job, came back, Gassner had no gunpowder residue on him. Joe McKnight had none on him. And that determined with the intent that Joe McKnight did not enter into Gassner's vehicle. That was a lie. So Gassner getting off of that case, walking away scot-free, was no more. That was out the window. He was charged from there. Okay? And all this goes back to, like I stated, with Takeoff and Migo Bandz. When the CSI team decide to investigate and see, well, this was intentional or accidental, by doing the gunpowder analysis and seeing how close they were in range, and if, like I just said, it was intentional or accidental, when all that comes back, that will then put the icing on the cake, you all. Yes. That will then put the icing on the cake. So I'm still not steering away that this was a ritual blood. This was definitely a ritual blood sacrifice. Takeoff was handed over. If y'all think about it, and I said this in my first video, it was quite sick. Because how, and from me, my point of view, before the video went off, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. Rewind back real quick. Crime scene investigation are going to run gunpowder residue on Migo Bandz and on Takeoff. Yes. Yes, they are. Because they have to look and see if there was intent to kill this man or if it was actual an accident. So what the young lady, Ashley, is trying to, shout out to Storm Monroe, to doing the interview with Ashley. And I have all this, I have her video uploaded on my community post also. So y'all, my subscribers, go to my channel, go to the community, hit the community button at the top, and check all this out. Give me y'all thoughts. I want to know y'all honest opinion. So the young lady actually getting up there and trying to put out there to us, the public, that this was an accident. This was an accident. Everybody that came in J Prince party got searched down. Nobody had guns but J Prince people. Bitch, bye. Girl, bye. Out of here. Girl, you can miss me with that fuck shit. Girl, bye, bitch. Tell that to somebody else, girl. Bitch, Migo Bandz had a gun, bitch. It was right there. Everybody else probably had guns. So stop playing. Who you telling that to, girl? Stop playing. Okay, Ashley, bye. Now what you lying about that, I don't know what else you may lie about for these niggas that you trying to cover up for J Prince. Because you acting like you trying to portray like you so scared. Oh, I can't say this, but I'm going to tell y'all this anyway, because you know they know who I am. And they know where I stay. They probably know who my people is too. So I ain't going to tell y'all too much information. Girl, Ashley, fuck you, girl. Bye. Well, bitch, why you told us the information you told us already? Make it make sense. But I put the information out there anyways, Ashley, while you playing. But since you won't play, when CSI finished determining whether this was an accident or it's intentional kill Takeoff, then you'll see. Then you'll see. And then you will learn, Ashley, how not to open your mouth. Okay? Or unless you was told to open your mouth by mob ties. I don't know, girl. Like I said, bitch, I don't know what to believe at this point. You lied to us and said ain't nobody have guns because everybody was searched down by mob ties, bitch. And clearly, Migo Bandz had a gun, ho. Stevie Wonder could see that. Y'all be sure to hit the cash out. Show some love to your girl. Like I've been saying, They getting too sloppy with these blood sacrifices, y'all. They getting more sloppy. They getting more careless. And the more they try to cover their tracks, the more sloppier they're getting. Simple. I just had to come on here and inform you all of all this. I just had to share this with y'all. Like, Migo Bandz could be looking at second-degree murder. That's the penalty for discharge of a firearm within feet while civilians are right there. And there being and there being a death by your discharge of your deadly weapon. The penalty for that is possibly life in prison. The penalty for that is life in prison, not possibly. Like I said, I find it hard to believe that these youngsters are out here in these streets like this, wanna be thugs, wanna be gangsters, and they don't have the proper knowledge behind these charges, these activities that they get themselves into. You know? I find that shit hard to believe, bro. So, this could go either one or two ways, y'all. We could watch, and we seen this with the Young Dolph case. I'm going to keep it a stack. We could watch Quavo support Migo Bandz, his supposed to be quote-unquote little cousin, and pay attention to what they telling y'all. Now they want to tell y'all that they're family. They want to throw that out there now that they're family, because either way the cut go, Quavo is going to stand by Migo Bandz' side. He going to stand by his shooter's side. That's his shooter. That's his paid shooter. Y'all didn't see the photos them two have together? I don't give a fuck what Quavo say. That's his shooter. He gonna stick by his shooter side. So that's why they're subliminally telling y'all that's his cousin. Because he will stick by his shooter side. Just like in the Young Dolph case. They supported that nigga who killed Dolph. Even Dolph family supporting that nigga. If you ask me. So I don't see it going one or two ways. I see which way it's going. I want to know how y'all feel down below in the comments. Let me know y'all insight of this. Like, that was some foul shit, bro. That was some foul shit. But if y'all didn't know, didn't know about the penalties to these crimes, your girl Sunshine OG has just informed me. And if there's any information that I was incorrect about, be my guest to correct me respectfully. And I will greatly appreciate it. I'm going to drop some more information regarding this. I'm going to drop another video regarding this. I did see some more stuff coming out regarding this whole situation. I just need you all to be mindful and keep your antennas open surrounding this situation. All right? It's your girl Sunshine OG. I'm about to roll up and smoke, get my morning wake and bake. I'm gone.